You ever get that feeling? You work hard, you do everything you're supposed to do, but at the end of the month, you're right back where you started. It's like you're running on a treadmill and someone else is controlling the speed. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not imagining things. And no, it has nothing to do with you being lazy or not smart enough. Not at all. It's because most of us are playing by a set of rules that were designed to quietly, almost invisibly, keep us trapped. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's really going on. Yeah, if that question hits a little too close to home, then you are in exactly the right place. Because you can't escape a trap if you don't even know how it was built. It all starts with that feeling, doesn't it? This relentless, grinding cycle that just becomes normal. So normal you almost forget to question it. This is the reality for millions. You know the drill. Payday hits your account, and for a second, you feel a little relief. But then, poof, the rent, the car payment, the groceries, it's all gone. You're basically just a delivery service for your bills, and you're left waiting for the next paycheck. It's completely exhausting. But what if I told you that feeling of being stuck actually has a name? See, that feeling isn't just in your head. It's not you being negative. It's a real economic concept, a force so powerful it can hold not just people, but entire countries down for decades. So get this. The definition basically says that being poor is what keeps you poor. It's a vicious cycle. Imagine trying to swim up a waterfall. You can paddle as hard as you can, but the force of the water just keeps pushing you back down. It's a trap that literally feeds itself. Let me show you what this looks like on a graph. Okay, don't let the chart freak you out. It's actually really simple. That straight line, think of that as your cost of living. Rent, food, gas, just the cost of existing. Now, the curved line, that's your potential to get ahead. Your income, your ability to save. You see that spot on the left? If you start below a certain point, your income curve never gets above your cost line. You're working, you're trying, but you literally can't earn enough to outrun your basic expenses. You're stuck. That's the trap, right there in black and white. So if that's the theory, what builds these trap walls in the real world? Well, it turns out some of the bricks and mortar are baked right into the financial system we all have to use. Okay, here is one of the system's biggest secrets. You hear on the news that the central bank is lowering interest rates to boost the economy. Sounds great, right? It's supposed to help everybody. But who does it really help? Well, the research is pretty clear. For every 1% drop in rates, the top 1% of earners get a 5% income boost. And the lowest earners? A tiny 0.5% bump. It's not even close. And here's why that happens. It's all about what you own. Think of cheap money as a huge gust of wind. If you're wealthy, you own assets, stocks, real estate, a business. Those things are like a giant rocket. When that wind hits, your rocket soars into the stratosphere. Now, if you're a lower earner, your main asset is your job. That's like a kite. That same wind might lift your kite a little higher, which feels nice, but it's never ever going to catch the rocket. The gap just gets wider every single time. And if you think that's bad, some parts of the system are just straight up predatory. Let's take the subprime auto loan. Someone with bad credit desperately needs a car to get to work. A lender gives them a super high interest loan on an old car for way more than it's worth. The payments are designed to be almost impossible to make. So what happens? The person defaults, the car gets repossessed, and then the lender turns around and sells that exact same car to the next desperate person. It's a business model that profits from failure. And losing the car is just the beginning. That one default completely trashes your credit score, and a bad credit score is like a financial prison sentence. Suddenly, you can't get a decent loan for anything. You might even get turned down for a job because, yeah, some employers check your credit now. One bad loan, one trap, can slam a dozen other doors in your face for years to come. So it's easy to get angry and just blame the system. And this is the tough part, the system is so effective because it works together with the traps we set for ourselves, the ones that are inside our own heads. You know this one. You finally get a raise. You're so excited. But then a few months later, you're just as broke as you were before. Where did the money go? Well, maybe you got a slightly nicer apartment, you started eating out a little more, you upgraded your phone plan. None of it felt like a huge splurge, but it adds up. That is lifestyle creep, and it is the silent killer of financial progress. So you're really left with two paths. On the left, you've got that reactive spending. Money comes in, and you just react to whatever bills and wants pop up. It's chaos. It's stressful. But on the right, you have intentional control. You are the one who decides where your money goes before the month even starts. This is the fundamental shift from being a passenger in your own life to being the pilot. Okay, so we've seen the external walls and the internal traps. It can feel pretty overwhelming. But here's the good news. There is a way out. And it's not some magic trick or lottery ticket. It's a framework. It's your master plan for escape. This is it. And the most important thing to notice is that it's a circle. It's not a straight line. This isn't something you do once and you're done. It's a continuous loop. You set your goals, you take a hard, honest look at where you really are, you create a plan, and then, and this is the critical part, you track your progress and you adjust as you go. It's a living, breathing process of taking back control. And this diagram gets to the real why behind all of this. Because let's be honest, this isn't about spreadsheets and budgets just for the sake of it. Who cares about that? This is about using money as a tool to build a life you actually love. It's about finding that sweet spot where your goals, your family, and your finances all come together to create genuine happiness. That's the real prize. A big framework is great, but freedom begins with one single step. So let's get super practical. What can you do right now, today, to start breaking this cycle? I'm going to give you 4 simple challenges. First, for just 1 month, track every single penny. You can't fix what you can't see. Second, the instant you get paid, transfer just $20 to a savings account. Build the habit. Pay yourself first. Third, go find one subscription you're not really using and cancel it today. You know you have one. And fourth, write down 5 financial goals for the next year. On paper, make them real. These small wins built momentum. I love this quote. Just think about how much mental energy we all spend wishing things were different, stressing about bills. What if you took that exact same energy and just channeled it into a simple plan? It's not about finding more energy, it's about redirecting the energy you already have. So here's the bottom line. The system is real. Its rules are powerful, but they are not the only rules. You get to write your own plan. You get to decide your next step. The game might be rigged, but you can choose to play a different one entirely, starting right now. So the only question left is, what's your first move?